In the thick heart of Ukpor Forest, where mahogany trees rose like cathedrals and rivers curled like silver snakes, there lay a hollow place the villagers called Obunma, the hole that hums. Nobody knew how deep it went. On harmattan nights when dust veiled the moon, it moaned like a flute. Hunters swore that a sweet scent, half palm wine, half roasted goat rose from its mouth. For centuries the elders warned, this is no place for idle curiosity. A man who enters Obunma never returns. The same. But warnings and desires are like oil and water. They may swirl together, but they never truly mix. From faraway kingdoms men came merchants, warriors, chiefs' sons, drawn by rumors that inside the hole lay the Oya Ifunanya, a calabash of endless fulfillment. Some claimed it granted wealth, others strength over enemies. A few whispered it held the embrace of every pleasure a man could imagine. Whatever it was, the hole became a legend in songs and riddles across the Niger lands. Kenechukwu was a lean, bright-eyed palm wine tapper from the village of Umwogel. His skin glowed the deep bronze of sun-cured palm nuts. His calloused hands smelled of raffia sap. He was not greedy by nature, but he carried a hollow inside him, a sense that his life's sweetness kept leaking away. Each day, as he watched the big men ride past on horses with cowrie-laden saddles, he felt the ache of smallness that his grandmother, Neka, used to tell him by the evening fire. A man's stomach may be full, but his spirit may still be hungry. Beware what you feed it. But hunger has its own language. One market day, Kenechukwu overheard two travelers boasting that they had glimpsed Obunma's mouth at dawn, and that the hum it sang promised riches like the ocean's bottom. His chest thumped with yearning. After many sleepless nights, Kenechukwu wrapped some roasted plantains, tied a small gourd of palm wine to his belt, and set off at cockcrow. The forest welcomed and warmed him in equal measure. Parrots shrieked proverbs. Lizards bobbed like drummers. Along the way he met a gray-bearded diviner named Okore, who wore white chalk marks across his dark skin and leaned on a staff carved with a python's head. "Where are you headed, son of Umwogel?" Okore's voice was a rustle of dry leaves. "To Obunma," Kenechukwu replied, his throat dry. "I wish to taste its promise." The diviner shook his head. "The hole gives what is hidden inside you, nothing more. Enter with greed, you will meet your greed. Enter with fear, you will drown in it." Kenechukwu laughed nervously. "I only seek a better life." Okore handed him a small stone etched with an CBD sign of humility. "Keep this in your mouth when you descend. It may remind you who you are." By noon he reached the glade. There it was, a round black mouth in the earth rimmed by smooth red clay and tangled vines. The air above it shimmered like heat over a pot. A low hum rose, not loud but bone-deep, like the echo of a talking drum. Struck miles away, Kenechukwu knelt. The smell that rose from the hole was intoxicating. Palm oil, honey, fresh rain, even a note of his late mother's kitchen. He tied a vine rope to a tree, clenched a stone in his teeth, and began his descent. The walls were cool and damp, glowing faintly with embedded crystals like scattered stars. Drips of water fell on his head like soft fingers. As he went deeper, the hum became words, at first in no language he knew, then slowly into his own. Dialect. "What do you hunger for? What do you hunger for?" He wanted to answer, but the stone in his mouth kept him silent. Shadows formed shapes, goats fat with yams, a calabash overflowing with coins, a woman's eyes promising endless warmth. He climbed down and down until the rope ended on a ledge of black rock. Before him opened a vast cavern lit by a greenish glow from a pool at its center. Around the pool stood 3 doorways, each framed by carved wooden masks, one smiling, one frowning, one blank. A voice rose from the pool like a chorus of elders. "Choose your door, son of earth. What you seek lies within, but the path you choose shapes the gift. He pulled the stone from his mouth. What lies behind each door? The voice chuckled. What you carry in your heart. He approached the smiling mask. Visions flared, him as a great chief, palm oil flowing, wives singing his name. He approached the frowning mask, images of his village burning, enemies kneeling at his feet. He approached the blank mask. Nothing. Only stillness. His heart raced. He wanted wealth and honor, but he remembered Okore's words. The whole gives what is hidden inside you. He tasted the raffia sap on his fingers. He whispered, I only seek to be enough. He stepped through. The blank mask. Darkness swallowed him. Then he found himself in a narrow tunnel lined with mirrors of rippling water. Each mirror showed a version of himself. One greedy, one fearful, one kind, one angry. They spoke at once, tempting, mocking, advising. Take the calabash. You deserve it. Run back. This is death. Remember your grandmother's words. He covered his ears, but the voices were inside him. He dropped the stone into his palm and pressed it to his chest. I am Kenechukwu, palm wine tapper, son of Nika. My spirit is hungry for wholeness, not spoils. A warm light bloomed ahead. He entered a small circular chamber with a single object, a plain clay pot, cracked but glowing faintly. Beside it lay a folded goatskin. He opened it and found not gold, but a simple proverb written in coal. A man who fills the hole in his heart with earth will never stop digging. He lifted the pot. It felt light, empty. Yet as he held it, a calm spread through him, as if all the noisy hungers inside had gone still. When he emerged hours later, the forest seemed brighter. Birds sang sharper. The pot in his hand no longer glowed, but wherever he poured palm wine into it, it became sweeter and multiplied enough to share with every villager, but never so much. As to Horde, he became known not as a wealthy man, but as a bringer of joy, a host whose raffia cups never ran dry. Many men came asking what he found. He only smiled and said, The whole gives you back yourself. One day a powerful chief's son demanded to buy the pot. Name your price, he barked. When Kenechukwu refused, the young man stole into the forest to find the hole himself. But he returned a hollow man, clutching a pot of sand that drained water instead of multiplying it. He wandered off, muttering to himself, and vanished. People whispered that Obunma had punished him, but Kenechukwu would shake his head. The hole does not punish. It mirrors. Years later, as an old man, he told his grandchildren the tale. They listened wide-eyed as fireflies blinked above. He ended with a proverb, Not every hollow must be filled. Some are meant to echo until we learn their song. And they understood, dimly, that the hole every man longed to enter was not a place of indulgence, but of reflection, the space where desire met truth.